Here we are with another Friday Night Live, April 16th, 2020. And away we go. Let's see if anybody comes on board here.
How's everyone doing?
We are in very, very interesting times,
Thank God.
and life has never been better. Hi, Rosanna. A lot of fear out there, lots of fear, and these are the times that we need to come together and join the forces of PLAF and strengthen our field strength so we can elevate all these souls that are in this fear state and continue to move in the direction of peace, balance, correct conduct. We've been talking about this for 6+ years, and there's no more time like now to do it. It's pretty interesting, all the things that are going on. You know, they just ordered an extended lockdown with curfews and stuff in Ontario. Absolutely ridiculous. On models, and cases. I don't even want to go there. We're going to focus on PLAF and keep it going. The plasma love's always flowing, right, Steve?
All the time.
No matter how crazy it may seem.
Oh, it's crazy.
The propaganda, the what do they call it? The theater that's being played. That's all it is. It's a theater by a few puppets, and you can buy into it or not. It's that simple. The choice is always yours.
Kabuki theater. You know what kabuki theater is?
Community?
Kabuki, Japanese term.
No.
Sleight of hand.
Ah, yeah, exactly. Master of deception is always at play, no matter which way you turn, where you go. The energy's got it covered on this whole friggin' planet and beyond, probably. I don't know. So, you know, we have the upper hand. We have the divine light shining within our hearts. Always.
It's up to us to be the change.
No matter how dark it may seem, close your eyes and focus on that light and watch how your attitude changes instantaneously, because we are in control of how we react to every situation. And, you know, we can be sovereign and this and that, but it's not, it's right now, it's Ontario and Quebec is the craziest place on the planet.
You know,
according to the theater.
You know, it's all the same. Okay.
Yeah, according to the theater.
Wherever you are, you're affected. Okay.
So Rana's going to take over for the rest of the night. I'm off here. Ciao.
Yeah. Well, yeah, being the change we want to see, regardless of what happens outside. Of course, we observe and react accordingly. You know, responsibly. Response rather than react. Right. Well, whatever we do, as long as we do it in a balanced way, always be the change we want to see. It can be hard. It can be very challenging sometimes. It's all right. Never, 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 never give up. It's very interesting. I feel, you know, the energy up and down, and it's I keep telling myself, never give up, never ever give up. And I feel so much energy, but sometimes I feel low again. Lately, you know. Thank God for everything. We just have to we have to do our best, starting within ourselves and then with the people around us, which affect us the most, more than anyone else outside, right? Outside our homes. Once we are happy in our homes, we're gonna be happy people. I believe, you know, we have to be happy inside our home, and wherever we are after that, well, I believe we will be fine. God willing, you know, always be close to God. Yeah, being close to your family is being close to God, right? Like having a peaceful home is very important.
Hello, Paula, Jackie.
So do your best, and yeah.
You know, the fasting lifestyle, as I've, you know, wandered down this path for a long time, it's been very, very interesting how few people are really interested in true health.
That's all right. It's your journey. Other people will tag along if they're interested. It's your journey. Most people are, you know, it's known that the distraction, you know, the masses are going to be distracted from the truth. It's just that it's known, and we just have to accept it and pray for each other, you know.
It takes you down many different avenues of emotional roller coaster rides because it brings up all the ancestry that goes way back to the beginning of time, if there's such a thing. And that's what many people choose not to face. Mirrors of truth, we call them. Jackie, I was down
Thank you,
earlier.
guys. Thank you, guys.
Jackie drummed on the bongo for a bit to reconnect. Awesome. Rosemary, Rosanna.
Yeah,
Today I lost my
I
shit.
know. It's okay.
Lost your shit? Which way?
Ah, Rosanna is such a beautiful person in person when I met you. Very calm. So I can't even imagine.
Ironica, the diabolic power of political games going on. It's the influence from, for dear God's sake. Yeah, it's a theater. It's all it is. You want to take part, take part. If not, live your life in divine order. You have unalienable rights. Nobody can take them from you unless you allow it. They can shoot you down, but they can't take your rights. They can't take your rights.
Divine given.
So they are given by the divine. Man cannot give you or take away your rights. The only time it happens is when we allow it. So focus on what we have: unalienable, God, divine given rights. And that's it. Just stay on that focus.
That's way more than enough.
And when we're in a fasting state, living and loving it, it's much easier to focus on that. Man, oh man, what a difference compared to when you're pigging out and eating and on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, that's all it is. Rosanna, you rode the wave if you're still here. Congratulations, exactly. But you know, the beauty that comes out of a fasting lifestyle is limitless and endless and never ceases to amaze me. When people choose this path, how beautiful the transformations come from within. Because that's the only place anything ever happens. Nothing ever happens out there. It's all a theater. We all are living our lives here and in this matter realm and do the things we need to do to survive. But true freedom, the taste of true freedom really comes from the spiritual realm, and fasting lifestyle will present that to you over and over and over if you continue and use your discipline. to continue on that path. It's all about discipline. Discipline leads to freedom. They take away the food supply, no big deal. We don't need food. Take away our water, we don't need water. You know, they're going to try and take away
Yeah.
sunshine. We don't need
Yeah,
sunshine. We have the
yeah.
light within.
I mean,
So
and
whatever they
you
throw at
know,
us, we have answers.
you know what, and we have to remember as well, like we heard this before, who are they? You know, we keep referring they, you know. It's really, you know, maybe sometimes you look right next to you and there's they again, you know, like
The masked mummies.
you know. So you know, it's everywhere, even within us, by the way, right? Even within us there's wrong, and that's what we're doing in this journey. We're just doing our best to remind ourselves and each other of the truth, the divine truth, peace, balance, and correct conduct. It can definitely, it can be very challenging, and maybe now it's more challenging than before because there's so much happening. But yeah, yeah, I mean, you know, like the divine power is way, way more than they, you know, or whoever is distracted from the truth. So just keep your eye on that. Keep your eye on the divine power, which is beyond our imagination. It's
Jackie,
more than what we will ever need.
Jackie, yep, Gino, there's no flipping box. Jackie, gorgeous spirits, you guys. We got to keep lifting our spirits and support each other, because out there it's not fun. Colin, love that shirt. Yeah, beautiful. Apple day keeps the doctor away, as they say. So, you know, here's a bunch of them, one each. Tossing them all out, and you don't need to eat them. Last night I had pretty interesting dreams. I was pigging out on durian on a tropical island in the realms.
Pigging out or enjoying?
Enjoying, pigging out. Yeah, that's why I enjoy when I pig out. I was tapping into those fields of durian because I haven't had one in, I don't know, a long time. It was just an amazing.
We went to the grocery store the other day for his mom, and we got some juice, and we saw some durian. Is that it?
I don't know, maybe that could have triggered it.
The
price went up like
40%.
Everything's going up like crazy. It's just out of this world. The Home Depot is completely booked. I can't even get stuff now. They say they're extremely overwhelmed with orders. Nothing's making any sense. So
there's shortage of supply, shortage of workers, maybe. So
Jackie,
everybody's busy.
Do you guys sing? I would love to request a song if you're up to it. I'm Irish and all about the sheesh and creek. I mumble and sing here and there. She gets pissed off all the time. So, you know, the singing is awesome. You know, dancing, singing.
He only sings to annoy me.
I don't sing to annoy you, know. I don't.
When you sing.
Jackie, I noticed how you like them apples. It's a local fruit. You know, local foods are the best to eat, consume when we are choosing to eat. The local foods.
Absolutely. Although grains,
the field strengths and the balance that is within our area, you know, the 100-mile dot, some people call it. That's the best way to consume things, because we're living in that area with those field strengths of that area. And you know, like if you look at the herb, the knowledge of the herbs, all the herbs that you need will grow in your area. It will be in your area. Those are the herbs that you need, and you'll see different herbs pop up on different years. More will flourish than others. Notice that every single year you see different herbs flourish more than others. So those are the ones you can focus on, and you know, collect them, make tinctures, freeze them, whatever. Herbs are amazing.
Maybe we shouldn't pick weeds.
We shouldn't pick them
in our garden. Right?
How are you going to use them?
Like maybe we shouldn't, like you know, dandelion or something, and you know, people pick weeds and like get rid of them.
Yeah, we put them in the tea.
I'm saying, like, maybe it's a good idea to just keep everything, right? In your
I
garden.
don't take them all out. I leave lots of them, even between the cracks of the patio slabs. That one year we had a major harvest of that the lemon balm.
Hmm.
That's an awesome herb, powerful herb. It's known as a longevity herb. I still have some of the tincture left I made from it. Beautiful herb, wonderful smell. Jackie, I bet the serenades you. Serenades you. My kids call them granny sniffs. Dandelion syrup is lovely. I use maple syrup for it. You just infuse it in maple syrup. Interesting. Sweeten it up. I love the bitterness of the bitter herbs. The more bitter, the better. What was it? Bloodroot one? I think that was one that's really nice and bitter. Wormwood.
Liver herbs, right? Are good.
Yeah, they really help open up the liver's energy flow. I make maple syrup for it, boil it in the pot. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess you can do that. It's the blood of a tree. This syrup is it's honey, but the middleman bee is cut out. Yep.
Yeah.
So many things
Maple
are
syrup is
available.
great. I love maple syrup.
You know, if you have any bush around your area, any small forests or stuff, any open fields, there's herbs everywhere. Right in the middle of the city, they grow. They're going to be, plastered with excretion from car exhaust, but it's okay. You can ozonate them. No big deal. It's just carbon.
And these are wild, right? And they come out by themselves in the middle of the city.
Yeah, they're all wild. They grow
Very
between
strong.
concrete cracks and asphalt. They go right through asphalt. They push right through it. It's so strong. The fields of wild plants. You won't see that happen with cultivated plants, unless it's very close to a wild strain. They have no power. They're very weakened through the years of man's hybridization. There's no comparison. Loads of nettles around me too. They're delish. Oh yeah, we have. I planted nettles here a few years back, and they grow every year. You can't get rid of them once you plant them. They're very powerful and awesome. Yeah, you can eat them like spinach. You can eat them raw. You got to be careful. Don't let it touch your lips. You roll it up. You grab the leaf from the back, and you roll it up, and you put it in your mouth, and you chew them. This thing goes away very quickly with the saliva, if at all any. If you touch your lips, you're gonna get stung. I love grabbing it with my hand and get that sting happening. Some people can't handle it, but it's really a wonderful feeling. If you do too much, you'll know.
Yeah,
But I can handle a little bit.
You can feel it for a few hours.
It's a very wonderful, beautiful plant. So
But
we have that
banana is
available.
it's so rich, Nathan. Like
Yeah.
more rich than spinach.
When I was in
Very
Italy,
rich.
there was a massive field of it, and I just pigged out on it all times.
So good.
It was all
Maybe we
over the
can
place.
juice it.
Colin, what's your take on alcohol? I give myself grief for drinking beer, but I love it at times. LOL. Alcohol is spirit. And if you're using it for social drinking, it's not what it's designed to do. If you have the odd beer once in a blue moon, no big deal. And I'm talking every few months or something like that, it's not going to do anything. The best alcohol to drink would be your wines, and make an alcohol tonic from it, a wine tonic from it. Add the herbs like we've shown, and then after 30 days, 45 days, it's ready, and it's a beautiful drink. If you like wine, you just take shots of it. You don't guzzle a bottle of it. It's a tonic. It becomes a herbal tonic. So if you like wine, which I love wine, then do it that way. But occasional glass of wine, I'll have occasional glass of wine here and there. No big deal. Beer, I don't remember the last one I had a few years back. I think in Italy, may have been the last one I tasted Italian beer.
And there are different kinds and better kinds than others.
Yeah, there's better ones, organic ones, and so on and so forth. Jackie, I'm crazy.
She said, yeah, yeah,
I missed it.
yeah. She was talking about, I think, a guy who comes and sprays, and she shouts at him, and he doesn't come anymore.
Yeah, be careful if people are spraying the fields, but you can ozonate them, right? If they're sprayed.
I don't mind this thing at all. I even talk to them. They are beautiful. Yeah.
Absolutely. Talk to your plants, talk to the spirit of the plants, connect to the spirit of the plants. They will communicate with us. They always do, and they're always trying to, even though we're not. Jackie, the member of the cannabinoid family. The nettle, interesting. Looks similar
Very
to the
powerful.
marijuana leaf. Yeah,
It does.
yeah. Similar.
It's so powerful, Nessa. I feel like if you take it and steam it, oh my god, it's so delicious.
Yeah.
The green, like you just feel like you're eating
Forget about
something.
spinach. Wild plants are way more powerful. Way more. We've talked about this before. Try and make a salad of wild herbs, even whatever, all the wild herbs, and make a lettuce and see how much you can eat of it. Your body's going to say that's enough after a very small amount. When you use cultivated herbs, you can eat and eat and eat. The signal is very, very weak in the cultivated herbs to stop eating. Always about intention behind it. Absolutely. From Jackie. Rosanna, because of the grapes. I'm not sure what you're referring to. We got a delay from Facebook.
You mean like the wine? Yeah, probably. Right?
Nettle pesto, yeah.
I think the wine, the grapes.
I think I made nettle pesto. It's awesome. Jackie, wild all the way.
Yeah,
They are the strongest. Yeah, and you don't need to eat much when you choose to eat. The farther away you go from the wild in nature, the more you'll be able to eat, and the hungrier you will be.
More obstructive, addictive.
You understand that? Colin, what kind of herbs do you use for wine tonic? We use the kidney tea base, and then you can add any wild herbs you have available. It becomes beautiful wine.
We have a friend, a
We
herbalist.
should go get a shot.
Yeah, we have a herbalist friend who has a big land, and he grows.
He's got
all
50
kinds,
acres. He doesn't grow it.
kinds
It's
of
wild.
herbs.
It's all wild.
He grows too, right?
Well, they have a
He
garden.
grew
but-
a lot of stuff, like a lot of the herbs too, because he's a herbalist.
No, the herbs are all wild.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing. We go there and he gives us a big garbage bag, and that would be for the
He's
wine.
probably collected some herbs that weren't there and planted them, and they continued. But he doesn't
Okay.
plant the wild herbs. They grow on their own.
He grew trees though, right?
Yeah,
He grew
lots
some
of trees he
trees.
planted, fruit trees and stuff.
Yeah, the wine. She was talking about the wine, the grapes. Because of the grapes, the alcohol.
Oh, for drinking alcohol, yeah, the grape, of course, yeah, sorry. The grape juice. We love our grape juice. And pomegranates are wonderful, watermelon's wonderful. Many, many, many varieties of grapes. I think there's 800 or 900 varieties of grapes, something like that, some crazy number. Jackie, that's because of the stretching of the stomach size. Was breastfeeding is better than bottle because the baby knows when it's had enough, just enough. Yep, everything works perfectly. Everything's in perfect design. Babies are drinking liquid light. What's in milk, in human milk, and nutritionally speaking, is very low. Nutritionally speaking, it's all about the light, the field. Colin, kidney tea, nice stuff, delicious. Gonna order some soon. They have tons of arrowroot growing in Colorado, 7,000 plus feet on the mountains. Awesome. I'll throw it in Tana. Yeah, absolutely. Jackie, the earth has enough for everybody's needs, not everybody's greed. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, this is
I want that.
our
It's concentrated.
we made a few bottles. Buy some good organic wine that you like. And
This
cheerio.
This one is Australian. It's a good one.
Salute. Absolutely freaking amazing. Yep. You know, I've been fasting since the 30th of March. I'm mostly on nothing. Today I drank a little more than usual. I drank about 8 ounces. I drank about a cup of juice. But I'm going to continue on the nothingness path. Jackie, fed both my kids demand full. They were 2.5 years. They never sick. Yep, absolutely. Breast milk. Jackie, demand. Cheers, big ears. Slante lads. Soliante? How do you pronounce that? Yeah, the questions go through quick and we can't catch them all. I don't know why it does that, but probably missed a few. If you haven't had your question answered, just repeat it. That means cheers. What's your background, Jackie? Your nationality? Like Slavata. Russian? Midwifery. Yeah, the midwives, they've played a huge role for humanity for thousands of years until mainstream science says we know better. And women did it on their own for majority of the part too. But midwives were around for a long time. There's always women assisting childbirth. Interesting. My first son was born through cesarean. The second one came out
Oh, yeah?
natural home birth.
Yeah?
Yep. Jackie, hence the drumming and drinking. I'm Irish. I'm Irish. Yeah, you mentioned in the Celt. So, Aranka, how you been doing?
Good, thank you. I'm trying to fast, but I keep falling on my face. But now I'm doing okay. I'm okay.
Stop trying.
Part of the journey, part of the journey.
Well, it also
Yeah, I don't feel bad. I can't get back on track either. 3 days and off.
yeah, that's exactly what happens to
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
Yeah.
I got that freaking routine got broken. It's
After
just trying to get back on it.
It happens. No, but don't worry. It
also,
happens.
you know, I find after a long fast, it takes a while.
Yeah, well,
Pretty fast.
same thing happened this week that happened last week though. About 3 days in and the goddamn legs started cramping again.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, the stuff got to move out.
That's good.
Well, you can keep them cramps. You don't know how bad I cramp.
Oh yeah, I know. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They're not fun. I know.
Yeah, you don't want the pain.
It ain't fun, that's for sure.
Oh, they're terrible.
Hmm.
Has it went away before?
I drink something, I drink something and then it just goes away. So
Yeah. All's well, Steve.
Yep.
All's well, brother.
It takes a while.
get back, it'll center again. I'll get
Yeah,
centered.
it's just the lifestyle journey. There's got ups and downs, and life changes just like that, just like it
Stupid elbow.
did for you, and just like it does for
Yeah.
everybody else. So we embrace it all, and we
It's finally frustrating, that's all.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it gets really frustrating.
Very normal. Very normal. I mean, trust me, 5.5 years. It's very normal. When we fall off, it's very frustrating. It's really hard.
Jackie, hence
It's like depression, you know, I guess get depressed. Yeah. It affects you not only physically, but also like in every level.
Oh, that's more of the shit come through too, you know?
Jackie, hence the drumming and drinking. Yep, means women not scarring the hell out of them in hospital. Trust the process, Steve. Big hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
it's
know,
hard.
it's interesting when we fall off and we get into that state of trying to get jumping back in, right? And we bump into challenges left, right, and center. You know, I've gone through that, and I don't know how many times in these 30 years. It's no big deal, because then you come out of it and you come stronger. You become stronger.
Yeah, just remember, it is very normal what you're going through. If you're feeling it's not, it is normal.
Breathe
It's
through.
absolutely normal. It is very frustrating and it's hard. It's all about balance at the end of the day. Just know what you want, go for it.
Breath
It's
to
hard, but you can do it. Everybody can do it.
breath to recenter and remember who you truly are under the toxins. Breath is always awesome.
Yes.
If I may just interject here that
One sec. You're handsome even when you're frustrated, Steve.
Yeah, Steve. You know, it's hard to tell you're frustrated. So on the outside, you look great.
Go ahead, Enrica.
yeah, I remember a couple of months ago I was saying that I don't like these levels, and I'm still at the same opinion. They mess me up.
What do you like?
That's the question.
I need somebody what we had before. I want my Saturday Night Live, Gino and Rana telling us that the 108 is the aim to do. And then I
We
would
haven't been saying that for a while. We haven't said that.
I know that for a year now.
For a few years.
Okay, so do 108 and tell us what happens after.
No,
Okay.
no, hold on.
No, but I want to support. You guys gave such an amazing support to everyone.
We still do.
So
No.
you're not supporting everybody?
No, you tell people if you weren't going for too long of a fast, you're not living and loving it. That's true. That's true. You're telling the truth. Yes.
My dear, trust me, this is support. We have been through the ups and downs, and I can tell you, support is balance. We support people to find balance. What is your goal? This is the question. Ask yourself, what is my goal? Is it level 1? Is it level 7?
Level 7, of course.
Or is it maybe 9 days a month? Some people like to do, or some people like to do 1 month, 1 month on, 1 month off. That's like many different levels.
It's all still there, but for people that are especially new, you got to give them a place to start because of how many people we've seen fall on their faces, even after amazing, beautiful transformations with their 108 days. What's the point?
Okay, hold on.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Jack is saying he's gorgeous. What a smile. About Steve. You are your own leader now because you are more skilled.
This is what's transpired in all these, especially the Massive Fast years, is we've seen that what are people after? They're after instant.
The event. We want an event. We want the hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
Yeah, drama, blah, 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 blah. That's what
it's a stimulus. Gino, that's a stimulus. And people like the stimuli.
That's not going to.
This wishy-washy levels, living it, loving it. Nobody's going to get it.
Well, we have, that's all we have to offer. If you want to level 7,
you asked me what's up to me. This is what I'm thinking.
But the thing is, what is your goal? The problem is, I would say the majority of people have zero idea what their goal is. If you know what you want, you would go for it.
You're talking to somebody who's never.
No, that's why I'm coming here, because you guys give an excellent support, the best in the world. Used to.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
But now I feel that you changed the protocol. No, not the protocol is the same, but you changed the aim, the whole idea. And even with the 108, you said you have to give another 6 months after you come out, because you're still transforming. Okay, I understand that too.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then promote another 108 every year.
Okay, so the protocol is evolving. I'm evolving, he's evolving, you're evolving, everybody's evolving. Everybody's evolving. Why should the protocol be stagnant? Let it evolve. If it's to the better, great.
If it was so great, why does it need to evolve? A
Excuse me?
knife is sharp, you're just sharpening it, but it doesn't have to be changing into a supersonic knife. A nice old-fashioned knife is just as good.
Where is the 108ers? Where are they? Show me. Where are they? Where are they? The
Well, they
people who have the 108 days. Where are they? I like to see them.
they gave their testimonies nicely, and they shared, and they gave their contributions. So now it's the new generation to pick up the torch and carry it.
Where are they?
The levels you will not get.
The 108ers. There are more than 108 people who have the 108. There are many
Oh, a lot
people.
more.
They are not with us anymore. Okay, they invented it. I invented it. He invented. Everybody invented it. Okay, we know.
I
what's
didn't
right.
like it. I'm living in 32 years.
Yeah, you did 108 days. A couple of us did a couple of 108 days. I did more than 108 days, okay? And so I can tell you that 108 days is not the solution. I knew it from the second long fast. I did 108 days, and maybe, I don't know, 6 months after, I did another. I wanted to go for another 108. And I said, oh yeah, this time I'm confident. Yeah, okay, yeah. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. You have to know what you want. If you want to do,
I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want.
You don't
That's
know what
why
you
I'm
want?
coming here.
No. We will not tell you what to do. We show you a roadmap, and you have to decide for yourself what you want. Be responsible enough to do that. I cannot decide for you. You will have to decide for you. And that's the will, okay? Now, you have nice, beautiful 7 levels, okay? If you want to do other different ways, levels, like, as I said, some people like to do 9 days a month, some 1 month on, 1 month off. 108ers have done that in the past, okay? We used to have actually these, we called, we didn't call them levels, but we said master fast, I forgot what we called them. But there was 1 month on, 1 month off. There was 2 days a week. I used to do 2 days a week, level 5. That's 4 years ago. We put 2 days a week. We put 1 month on, 1 month off. All these options for the people who have done long fast to find balance afterwards, okay? And then we removed them, and we said, no, we have to make it more consistent. Every week we do similar. That's what most people would resonate with, okay? Like for us, every Tuesday we dry fast. So make it consistent every week. But it's up to you. You want to do 1 month on, 1 month off, whatever. Make it work. There is a lady who yesterday shared. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Gino's. Yeah, go ahead, Gino. He has to catch
Jackie,
up.
the burst of freedom celebration is going to happen on the inside before experiencing on the outside. Control and structure is default needed at the start, but then being the flow becomes the aim. The only constant in nature is change. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Government means to control the mind. Government, it's time to show us orders from our own internal governments.
It's time
The divine
for us to follow
is the true government,
from our divine.
which governs the
Internal
universe.
government, yes. So there is a lady who yesterday shared. She was 108er. I think she did 208s, and she comes once in a while. Absolutely beautiful, committed. She comes maybe twice a year doing a long fast. I love it. Go for it. She found her balance this way. Amazing. If you want to do that, I guess go for it. But I'll tell you, even she struggled. I used to do her colonics, so I spoke to her many times. So what I suggest is this, Aranka, and I tell you, many people don't know what they want. Sit down and dream, okay? How do you see yourself in 10 years from now? And then make it happen. Does it have to be gradual? When it comes to food, I say no. Make it happen.
You have to make up your mind. You're absolutely right. And I do know that I I used to open my fridge and nothing would invite me, nothing. And yet I bought them a week before.
Yeah.
Beautiful apples, oranges, navel oranges.
Yeah, the longer you fast, the less cravings you have.
No, there's none.
Yeah.
Almost none. Oh, wait. The cravings are for fries at Costco.
Fries? Yeah.
French fries at Costco. And like, oh man, I don't want that stuff.
all this will go away when you do on a balanced master fast lifestyle. Okay, even level 4. If you do it long enough, you're not gonna have these cravings. And of course, you want to clean up the diet in between. These cravings will go
It is
away.
clean. The diet is very clean. I'm
Yeah,
practically
yeah, as much as you can. Like
fine.
remove the salt, for example. Salt is stimulant. If you have
Oh,
it once in a while, it's a little bit more like it gives you cravings for salt. If you have it, you want it.
Okay, so the levels allows me to have abominations. That's my problem, I suppose.
Allows you to have
Abominations, meaning that I'm completely fall off.
it makes you fall off. It's really hard to get into the levels. For me to get into the levels, it
Mhm.
takes maybe 3 months. So you have to be
Everybody
patient.
is gonna have to find.
But if what is it that you want? I still want to know what you want. Do you
Oh, I
want
want to be a breatharian.
okay, well, first, how about become, we do, you know, like, okay, if you want to do lots of dry, then you'll have to do lots of liquid, in my opinion, because dry is much easier with liquid. Okay?
Yeah.
Do a higher level. Do maybe level 5, and then keep going. Okay, Gino, go ahead.
Jackie, we are divinely protected now. No need to fear anything anymore. Aranka is such a beautiful name. What is the meaning? You are so cute, Aranka. I make the same face when I'm flustered.
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 Flustered because I'm in front of people, but the name means Goldie. I used to have very golden hair
Mm.
in Hungarian.
So, you know, Aranka, like everything that's been presented in this realm is always available, and even before we presented all the details, it was still always there. It was
Okay.
still always there.
Mhm.
Okay,
I just miss
Nobody pays attention. Nobody's listening.
Excuse me.
For people that are new, I don't like supporting people that, especially have never fasted, doing 108 days from what we've experienced.
yeah, if you're gonna go back to Antime after 108 days, you're not gonna like the food no more.
You know,
If you don't like it now, you're not gonna like it more neither.
I should show you all the curses I have
I
from
know,
people.
sweetheart, but I mean, if you're gonna eat, it's gonna hurt you. Depression, like it's gonna hurt you emotionally, physically, everything, spiritually. It's gonna be painful.
Well, it certainly seems it's hurting her right now.
People,
Yeah, I believe me, I have the same problem.
Yeah,
Where's that
but
from?
the solution is definitely not a long fast.
Yeah.
The solution is, what do you want? And find your balance. Make it happen. There's no more excuses. We have to make whatever we want happen. What is it that you want? You want to stop eating?
Yeah, but
Level 7. Okay, no, but go for level 7 and stop eating.
it doesn't work. because-
No buts. You've got to go for what you want. What is then? It's not what you want.
That's right. Okay.
Sit down and dream. How do you see yourself in 10 years and make it happen? Trust me, 108 days is a freaking piece of cake. But
No,
what
we've
after?
had sad eaters do 108
but
days.
but yeah, we had very like all kinds, okay?
The worst of the worst eaters do 108 days.
But what happens after? Are you gonna be strong enough to eat? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't dare do it. After 5.5 years, I
You know-
wouldn't dare do it. And I would not suggest anyone does it, especially not the new people. They have no idea what they're getting into.
Every single one had absolutely amazing transformations. And some of them cursed the hell out of me after that.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. We don't want to be cursed. Okay. Negative energy.
I elevate their souls. Balance correct conduct, you know, because we get cursed. No matter what you do in life, you're gonna get chastised. No matter how much truth you push, you're
We
gonna
do
get
our best to
whatever
be in
it
peace,
is.
balance, and
It's
correct
just the
conduct.
way it is. This is one thing that kept me away from social media for so many years, because I was doing it on a one-to-one level, and people were giving me bull crap, you know. And
So
that's
a
what I was
group would
thinking,
be
do I
harder,
want to
yeah.
go on the internet? But it was driven.
It just happened by itself. You didn't even plan. You didn't plan it.
No, I was driven to do it, you know, through divine order. And it is what it is now.
He
And-
did it with all his experience, I remember, right? And then you did it with your friend, and maybe your friend is the one who wanted to get you to share, right? The protocol. You did it with
It's-
Max, right?
Yeah, but it's just the way it happened. I was already doing stuff
Yeah,
on my own page and
right.
stuff, and I was making YouTube channel videos before the MFS. Was it
Hmm.
the beginning of the year of 2015. I started with the dry fasting
Right.
videos and so on and so forth. But anyway, the thing is that, you know, the responsibility. Who's ready to take full responsibility for their health? I'm going to say a very small percentage of people. Very small. I'm talking about 100% responsibility.
Yeah, but that's for everything, regardless.
Yeah.
I would never blame you guys for anything, but what I was really enjoying is your guests and you guys talking about how amazing this fast is, the benefits and stuff. And all we have
We
now
don't need to
is
speak that no more. It's already has MFS speaks for itself.
You know, the thing is, where are these people? We are still talking.
We're here
We're
6
still
years,
saying how
Aranka.
amazing we feel.
6 years, every single week. We're here
I mean,
every
I
week.
get this is we run the group, so we are here, and the other people are just tired, and so they give up, kind of, or whatever, on the master fast, and they have other things in their lives. That's fine, you know. Like, you know, what can you do? Let's restart, and you know, like, listen. I tell you one thing that I never gave up on. Master fast potential. I knew it from the day I met Gino, and I still see it, regardless of who is with us today.
1 sec, Jackie,
I
Aranka,
know.
play the Rocky theme song to do it. Ileana, Gino and Rana, when was your last 100-day fast? 108 days. I didn't do it since
108.
way back.
I
Aranka,
did the first one.
you can do level 7, 108 days and beyond, of course. Jackie,
Oh yeah.
Gino, you heeded the divine call, man. You knocked it out of the park. Yeah, I didn't want to share public mainstream news. That was one thing that I don't know, I had maybe a fear of it or whatever. I don't know. It was interesting back then, but anyway, we are where we are now, and I'm glad that we did share, and I'm glad that we met some beautiful, amazing, wonderful souls in this whole experiences, and I'm glad that all the liars and thieves showed themselves to who they really were, and there's a lot of them in this detoxing world, more so than probably mainstream businesses, because we're very vulnerable, people that are not well.
Yeah.
I was one of them who got shafted in this world, in this realm of the healing world. A lot of money. So they're out there like sharks. Like, we've had all kinds of people come to us. All the focus is about money. Money.
If it's
Get
not
the hell out of here. You guys don't have any clue what MFS is about.
even if
If you think it's all about money, there's the door. Go get the hell out of here.
even if
And some
it's-
people have taken our information and are trying to monetize it. It's out there. So, you know, the beauty is that we are focused on peace, balance, correct conduct. That's it.
even if it's not money, it's attention, power, fame,
Yeah,
come here,
it all comes with that. It's
and then
all about, yeah, attention, fame is about money. What do you want pension and fame for? It's about money. So what do we do in Mass Fast? We close it right down, if you noticed. Especially when I started taking my mother, my focus and, you know, all the interviews and stuff, everything went flat. And you know, Facebook's has censored us for about 3 years now. So, you know, that's not what I didn't do this for any fame. I didn't do this to make money. I got some excellent swampland to sell you if you think this is about money. And we've been accused of that over and over. Like, it's funny, like, people come here and they're looking for jobs or something. You know, go to work like everybody else did, like we all did. We worked our whole lives to, you know, make our living. Find what you love to do and do it. You know, the health movement is if you want to swindle people, you can make a lot of money selling potions and lotions and all kinds of stuff. It's all about marketing. If you know how to market, you can sell anything. You can sell ice to Eskimos if you know how to market. And we see that with the internet.
marketing is not that bad if it's like, you know, used for the right purpose.
If you're doing proper things. But I'm just saying, there's people marketing nothing to to people, and people are buying and buying. You know, like this is the way we've grown as humanity. People buy things they don't need all the time, right? And that's the way it is. We've we do the best we can, and we've made a lot of mistakes that we feel. So what? We've learned from them. But our main focus for MFS was to bring the best support system, and that's why we're still here 6 years later. Continually here. I don't care if there's one person. I don't care if there's nobody. If nobody shows up, we'll do a few minutes and we'll leave. But you know, we're here for people who see the value of having a support system in a lifestyle that is a niche of a niche of a niche out there. Is growing. More people are becoming aware
You
to
know,
a fasting lifestyle, especially in the last 6 years since MFS has been put out there. You know, the dry fasting thing. Well, now punch in
more
dry
people.
fast, you get all kinds of search results. Whereas before you were lucky if you could find anything.
and I think also at the same time we started sharing breatharianism as well, was growing at that time, and more people learn about it. I remember the first year of Masterfast, it was the first time I learned about breatharianism.
You know, I don't like the term breatharian myself, but you know, it's out there.
Mhm.
That's what people know it is. Everybody breathes air. We can't, you know, we're not going to be around long without breathing air full of obstructions, that's for sure. But we know that, you know, the less obstructions we have physically, mentally, and emotionally, the less air you're going to need. You breathe less. Every time you go on a long fast, especially when you're in a dry fasting state,
Right.
you're going to breathe less. You're going to need less air. You know, so our focus is support. What is support? Hanging out with each other, sharing our stories, inspiring each other, blah, blah, blah. You know, for a while, everybody's with this freaking lockdown around the world.
So yeah, so Masterfast is still super exciting to me. It always was for 5.5 years. I will never, God willing, lose sight for the potential of Masterfast. I saw the potential of Masterfast from the day I met Gino. I fell in love with Masterfast first. You know, I met him after reading the protocol, and I fell in love with it, and I was amazed by his knowledge. As I did it, as I was going through the 108, I was absolutely fascinated, and I knew this was something very different. And then I fell on my face.
Elaine, where are we? Jackie, you made the right choice to stay off mainstream. Thanks, Elaine. I did 9 days a month last year. This year, working on level 4, 12 days a month minimum.
Amazing.
Awesome. Jackie, yes, such a divine way of seeing things. Awesome. Like let's look at it this way, Aranka. You're not going to be able to please everybody no matter what you do, and everybody's going to have to find some way to work a master fasting lifestyle for them. The levels is something that is consistent over and over and over on a week-to-week basis. If that feels like it's not working for you, try something on a monthly basis. 1 or 2 weeks a month, or what, or something like that, or whatever, 30 days on, 30 days off, like we used to have.
Make it work.
Those are still available, even though they're not in the protocol. They're there, they're available. People are doing that kind of stuff. We get
support.
messages all the time.
We
There's
support.
still people doing long MFSs. We just don't want to have that out there for the newbies, because the drama and stuff is not what this lifestyle is about. This lifestyle is a spiritual first and foremost journey. That's what fasting is. And we got to remove the drama away
Just
from
don't
it.
want long.
Yeah, it's all
fasts.
wonderful seeing people doing 108 days, but then what? Watching them fall on their face over and over?
Listen, and we had many sleepless nights, and no, it's not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah.
We
I
went-
was just, I went on a binge watching Durian Rider. Have you seen him on YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched him in a long time.
Oh, you have to. He turned 42. He looks really amazing, but he's, carved the fuck up. He
Yeah.
won't let out of that still, and he's still performing amazing. So he talks about the fasting community at large, about how full of drama, how full of falling on face, not being able to perform, and there's a truth in it. So
Yeah, because of what people are doing, of course, absolutely. They're full of obstructions that they're trying to push fasting, especially dry fasting now. What I see out there, it's not prudent.
even raw food is he's pointing out that Tim Schiff, the parkour guy who was extremely fit, went on a water fast and set him back so badly. Now he's just like a little couch potato compared to what a parkour artist he was on a raw food diet.
Didn't he become a meat eater from I remember he started eating
Who is
meat.
this?
Tim Schiff.
Tim Schiff, yeah,
He's
amazing athlete, and with a remarkable recovery rate of huge falls. You know, you jump from walls to
Oh, I think I remember now. Yeah, yeah.
and he did it on raw foods, and then he went on a 21-day water fast, and he just went down. And,
from what I remember, he started eating meats again.
Yeah.
That's
oh
what
yeah, I think he got.
maybe he's detoxing. Who knows? I mean, like we don't know. We don't know.
Anyway, just it was just
Doesn't matter what-
interesting.
Yeah,
People-
yeah. But the strength, I just don't see it. There's no way. It means you have doubts. If you
I
feel,
do, yeah, I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
but when you
Like-
do this lifestyle for a while, the doubts will just disappear and dissolve.
When you're fasting and you're getting weaker, there's work to do. And everybody's looking for that work to happen instantaneously with an event. Not gonna happen.
Mhm.
Not gonna happen.
You're absolutely right, Gino. You just phrased my complete dilemma right there. I'm
So
looking for an event to solve all my problems, all my dilemmas. Somebody else do it for me, please. I'll
if,
just follow your instruction.
if we're not nourishing our emotion and if we're not continuously purging, we're gonna get weaker. We're gonna get weaker. You need to nourish the emotion first and foremost. Otherwise, you're gonna eat. You're gonna have to eat.
I sing, I dance, I do qigong, I do yoga almost daily.
Probably
I
still
play
got
with
work to do.
kids. I play with lots of kids, little ones.
You know, I'm going all day working with physically in the basement, doing this renovation on nothing.
Yeah.
How can I do it?
It was hard the first week, maybe, right?
The first few days I was detoxing.
Yeah.
But then because you got fasting memory, I've been doing it for so long, you get stronger. Every fast you get stronger and you get stronger and you get stronger.
Did
If
you
you
get
get-
vertigo as well?
Not really. Very, very little. It might be very minor if I get up very quickly sometimes, but because I don't.
Scares the crap out of me. Oh man.
Yeah, but that's just you just got more work to do.
You have to
I-
do it slowly too, right? You don't want to push too much.
I went through that concussion thing. When was that?
2 years ago, we in a
When I came
jiu-jitsu
back from
class.
Italy. When I
Oh,
came back from Italy, I went through that. That was not fun. That was not fun. But it completely vanished after what 6.5 day dry fast. But I had a car accident concussion. That may have been something that came through from that. It wasn't healed properly because you don't heal through eating. You heal through fasting. That's what we understand now. So there's people are sharing all kinds of stuff and they're leaving out many, many things
Yeah,
that
it's hard.
we don't have an understanding of what
conclude.
people are actually doing. We're kind of like an open book here of what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been
even here, it's hard
I've-
on the master fast lifestyle. It's hard to know what people are doing. So
yeah,
imagine
people
someone.
leave out details. You start trying to ask questions, then this details start coming in. Oh, okay. This is what they're on drugs still, and they're this or they're that. People purposely leave out details for whatever reason, but that's the way
Or
we
somebody
are.
has cancer and they don't say they have cancer. or something.
Jack, you gotta go sleep. Easy, love you. You guys want to stay here? There's tons of angels around him if you wish. Steve has tons of angels around to ask your support, guidance, magic. Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. Have a good night. Doubt is the killer of dreams. Yep. Aranka, you're everything you need. It's the toxins making you doubt yourself. You got a gorgeous smile too. Yeah, that's another thing. Once, because what you've been going through and you've shared with us in this last few weeks with this vertigo and all this stuff, and now I can hear your kind of stuff
Clearing
happen.
out, yeah.
There's work to do. There's a lot of more deep work to do. I don't care how much fasting you've done. There's a lot of work to do
It's a
because
lot
this
of
stuff
stuff.
does not come up unless we have to purge it. And as I've mentioned before, it's not only through diet, Aranka. It's through our environments. it's through our emotions that we can build physical obstructions, is because they're all attached. You
Yeah.
can't separate them. So we got to continuously work on that. Like I've shared with you guys, I've had the most challenging past 3 years taking care of my mother. It was the most challenging time in my life. Did I give up? No.
Yeah, she gave up and you still held strong. And it's hard when somebody gives up and you're
I
taking
tried
care
to
of them.
take on all my mother's pain. Didn't
Mhm.
work. Didn't work. But
It didn't
this
help
is-
her.
yeah, didn't help her. Well, maybe it did through the fields in her spirit, but physically, no. So it's very, very tough time for me these past 3 years. And that's why, another reason why, I backed off a bit and so on and so forth. And it's just people, do people care about what I'm going through? Absolutely not.
That's not
They
true.
still bash me, so they don't care about me.
Yeah, but you
we send
know-
them love. We send them all love.
But you know what? Yeah,
it's-
everybody knows.
it's,
Who have, especially people who have done it for a while.
That's why I challenge anybody who's got, parents that need taken care of, take them out of old age home, take care of them. It's an honor. Even though it's challenging, it's an honor to do it. If you have the opportunity, do it. No matter what, and if it's challenging, do it anyway. Because they, brought us up, they clothed us, they fed us, they took care of us for whatever amount of years, and how can you ever pay that back? At least you can do is take care of them if they need that, right? I wish that I didn't have to take care of my mother. I wish my mother would be able to take care of herself, but
Yeah, that would be amazing.
that's not the experience
for her.
that I chose, I guess. This is what I chose, to be able to take care of that and learn from that experience, taking care of her. So it's life is interesting. Life is
Yeah,
interesting.
it's a test.
But
for you.
I would have never thought I'd have challenges like I had in these past 3 years, after all these years of fasting and so on and so forth. But I did. I ran into challenges, and we are all gonna face different challenges. When people say, I'm never gonna do this and never do that, never say never, because you don't know what life's gonna bring to you. There's always surprises. We embrace it all and we celebrate and we continue to support and inspire each other. Do I ever lose my inspiration for fasting? No freaking way. Fasting is in my mind, even though I'm not fasting, every single day. Honestly, it's always there.
So you might as well just
Always there.
fast.
Always.
You might as well
Always.
just fast.
It doesn't go away. Ever since my first fast in 1990, it never left my mind. Never, ever. Ever.
Yeah, it's hard. After doing 108 days, it's gonna be in your mind forever.
What are people out there? Are people sharing their honest truths and so on and so forth?
I would be very curious if some of those guests, we could invite them back. Perhaps we can talk to them and say, hey, could you share with us what you're doing? How you're flourishing? Maybe they are flourishing.
Yeah. Maybe when I have time, I'll go look for them.
There are some who get back, who
I will
message me,
go look
yeah,
for them.
and they're flourishing, of course.
I have contacted many people, by the way, over the years, to come for another second interview. So yeah, we got some, and some maybe some are off Facebook too, right? So there are beautiful souls. Not everybody is not living and loving it.
Some of them went back to meet, like Peter Klimt, Miriam's partner. I was shocked.
Yeah, but that happens, Ranka. It
there are
happens.
many people are into keto these days.
It's the power of the spirit scares people,
Mm.
and they need to ground themselves in mammon, matter. It scares them. They want stimulants, and this is why I say this lifestyle is not for everybody. It's a spiritual,
That's
first and
why-
foremost journey. If that's not your focus, you ain't going to live it and love it for
Mhm.
long.
No way.
Right, Steve?
No way.
You're not going to live it and love it. That has to be your first focus, first and foremost, through divine intervention. whatever you want to call it, connect to that source of your soul, trust in that, and embrace that. Because if it's not, you're going to do all the material things. You know, look at all the rampant thing of the Luciferian agenda running through this whole planet, on every aspect, on everything on this planet. It's everywhere. You know, people contributing to it, even though they're doing it unknowingly. You know, doing rituals that are satanic and so on and so forth. You know, it's
Just being distracted from the truth, which we all know in our hearts.
yeah. You know, look at, you know, I don't know. It's it has to come from within the heart, and you know, each one's going to have to find their own balance. That's why the levels, you know, anybody can do, find a level for themselves, you know, whether it's 1, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, maybe 1 or 2 days every couple of weeks. I don't know, whatever.
One thing.
It's,
you know,
you got to find, if you want to pursue a fasting lifestyle, you got to make it consistent.
you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. Just like in a spiritual life, if you go to some spiritual teacher, they'll be hard on you. They'll tell
Oh,
you
I know that. Yes,
you
yes.
have to do your work. You have to do the job. You have to do all these steps and follow the
Discipline.
protocol. And once you have graduated that, then you can, you know, you can move to the next level. You can have a little bit more your own way. You can be artistic about it, you know?
Look how much discipline there is in the newer generations, man. Absolutely nothing. There's no
Yeah,
discipline in everything. They want, like, the crybabies. They want everything now. This is
Fast
what's the
pace.
word I'm looking for? They
Instant.
believe they're entitled. They're entitled,
Yep.
right? Entitlement. Angela, I started in the group from the very beginning. She's been here, yep, from the very beginning. Hi, nice to see you, Angela. The expectations in the beginning were very different. In the beginning, it was a goal to get 108 days. And no, it wasn't. It was always lifestyle. Go back and read posts. At 108 days, level
But many of
7,
us
and we
were doing
strive
it.
to meet the goal. I was disappointed when you eased up on the protocols. Last time I posted the group,
Yeah.
I started at level
Sweetheart, this
7.
is instant gratification. That's exactly what we're saying. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants results fast. It doesn't work like that.
Last
Again, the spiritual guru, I mean, we're learning. The spiritual guru wants you to do the work. It wants you to do the work.
Last time I posted in the group that I started at level 7, you guys came back saying that you thought I made a mistake. I did not. Whatever I do to manifest, I got all in every time, whether I get to 108 days or not. For me, it's the only way. You never had levels in the beginning, which confused me. Right at the beginning, no, but we brought out the different levels very quickly after
Maybe
we
after
started.
a year. Not
No,
exactly the
even-
levels, not exactly the levels, but the 1 month on, 1 month off, 2 days
Yeah,
a
yeah.
week.
Well, we call those levels too. They're different levels.
Right. We put them
There's
maybe 2 years.
No, I think it was within a year.
No, Steve, you weren't here. We had the protocol. We had 1
I
month.
know, but I don't, I've been here a little over 2. I don't remember the levels.
We always had.
With the
And we
1
co-
week on, 1 week off, 1 month on, 1 month.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we had them.
Yeah,
No, no, yeah, that, but
We
not
had-
the way it's structured right now.
Yeah,
we
those
had-
levels I'm
and we
talking
had
about.
2
Yeah,
days.
yeah, yeah.
We had 2 days.
Yeah, that was there, yeah. It wasn't, the focus was not the 1 week.
That was called weekly.
Yeah,
Weekly dry. Weekly.
2 days a week eating.
Yeah.
So we had all these, but then we decided, you know what? Nobody's following that. Let's make it more structured. Stop the 100. Stop the long ones.
No, people were following it. Don't say nobody.
I mean, no, but the majority were not. The majority were
The
not.
majority are not going to live this lifestyle.
You know, the reason we put the weekly levels because we wanted more people to do it, right? Why do you think we made it?
We want people to live it,
Exactly.
live
whatever,
the
yeah.
lifestyle, not
Live it and love
invent it.
So when it's weekly, it's more consistent because every week you do this. Every Monday you start eating, whatever. Some people eat on the weekend. Monday comes, they start their.
I love long fasts. I'm a big advocate of long fasts, but people have to be mentally and emotionally ready, or they're going to fall on their faces big time and start pointing fingers like people have.
Yeah, Gino.
at everybody except themselves.
Yeah.
And some of them came back and told me that, right? We've interviewed some of them, that they cursed the hell out of me. And then they figured out, oh man, no, he was right on after a while later, right?
Gino, there are
Because
some people who have done two,
this-
3 long mat, like 108. I have done at least 208 and many long ones, 75, I don't know what, many 40s. And I did level 5 and level 6, also again over 108 days. So many people have done the long fast, okay? You have done 108 days. Many people have done maybe 308 days. So yes, you like long fast, but even your long fast are not as long as the 108 days. Okay, so when you put people through the 108 days, there's a big shift. It's
oh,
really
108
hard.
days is a big, massive shift.
It's really hard to get back.
It takes, for people who are thinking going back to eating after 100 days, it's going to take you about a year to adjust.
After 2 to 3 months on complete full master
And-
fast, it's really hard to switch your balance, and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna go back to eating fruitarian. Yeah, okay.
No,
It's hard.
what the thing is, people are not prepared for that year, a whole year journey. They think 108 days, everything's over, and they go way back to eating. No.
Yeah, and the people who did 108 days the second time, okay, I did it, right? And my second one was 78 days. I broke it. I overdid my drive. And I felt really tired, so I had to break it. But many of us who did the second long one were like, oh yeah, this time it's different. I feel stronger. Oh no, this time is, and you break it and it's exactly the same. To me, it's
For you.
exactly 5.5 years is for me. Ask everybody, they will tell you the same thing. Food is food after a long master fast. So, do we recommend it? I say,
It's not for
Find
everybody.
your
What you're
balance.
speaking is your experience. That's it. You can't speak for anybody else.
what do you mean?
Yeah, a lot of people fell on their face, but you
Uh-huh.
can't speak for everybody.
Yeah, tell me one person who thrived after a long master fast.
There's a few of them, don't worry.
Yeah, tell me, please. I want names. I don't remember one person.
Ranjit is still on her
I
group.
don't speak to Ranjit, okay. But after 108 days, okay, everybody will tell you, my goodness gracious. We knew people who would cry after, because they lost that experience of 108 days. Even eating a few, a mango or two. Remember Alia, right? She
Yeah.
was like, after eating, she just, for 3 weeks, she was eating maybe 1 day or 2 days a week and eating just mangoes, it was very clean. And she was crying eating that mango because she lost that experience. It's hard.
You're not gonna feel experience
She did actually 6
eating
months.
as you are in a field state. It's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
And that's what I'm
And
saying.
that's the
so,
challenge.
So why do you tell me it's not, I'm sure, yeah, it's my experience, but trust me, I observe, not only me, I observe
You
many
you need
people.
to be you need to be in that responsible state again. Do you want to indulge in both of those realms? You want to be in the matter state realm? You want to be in the field realm? You want to do both? Or you want to do just the one? You got to choose. And if you're choosing both, you got to find your balance between the both. And that's the biggest challenge, because most people fall in that category. They want to do both. Right?
Yeah, you can't.
Very
And
few
you will
are
not
going to
know
want to
this.
just stay on the fields. It's getting more popular now.
And you will not know
More
this.
fashionable. That's maybe a
and-
better word.
And I would love for master fasters to support us as we evolve the master fast, rather than tell us, oh, you guys changed. Come on, guys, this is for everyone. Let's make it happen. You have a suggestion, please tell us.
No
Five
suggestion.
and a half years. 5.5 years of honestly ups and downs with food. Okay, it's not easy. It's not easy. Find your balance. If it's 4 days a week of eating, you can thrive on this because you believe this is the best for you and you're gonna make it happen, and that's it. Yeah, sure, you feel better fasting than eating, but you thrive on level 4.
we're
There are
living
some
in
people who thrive on level 4.
we're living in an eating society, and that's why most people fall in the category of both fasting and eating. To be on exclusively on the fields, you're gonna have to really be in a very strong field straight state where you can nourish yourself continuously through the emotion and not having to worry about food, even though it's all around you. It's not an easy place for people to be. Like I said, I've fasted through many weddings and events and so on and so forth over the years, effortlessly,
Yeah.
because I was in that state and I was set, and nobody was going to change me no matter what,
Yeah.
because I was living and loving it, you know. So, but most people have not, I don't know the word I can use, trained themselves with enough experience to be able to handle those confrontations. And
Right. That's
the more
important. Yeah.
the more you say no, the easier it gets, because you learn what words you can use to not offend people and so on and so forth, because those situations are more difficult for the people eating than the person fasting.
You know what? I prefer, instead of saying no, saying yes, but without it. I mean, not, without saying no. Like, avoid using the word, avoid resisting. Fine, it's an art. It takes time, and that's what takes time on the master fast, in my opinion. Even raw foods, okay? It takes time for you to adapt to everyone around you and to learn the art of loving everyone around you, respecting it, respecting them, finding balance with them without offending anyone. And at the same time, doing what you want, agreeing to disagree respectfully, and let me tell you something. You were mentioning that it's hard. Yes, it is hard when you don't have these skills. It's a big shock to your emotional body, It's really a big shock to your emotions. Even when you do raw foods, all of a sudden, you're gonna be shocked by how you have to confront every human being who eats. It's really hard. And that is an art. One thing I learned with raw food is, whenever I go somewhere, and I still did this every time I ate with Master Fast, everywhere you go, tell the host, I'm gonna bring a salad today. Can I bring the salad on me? And that's it. You become the salad queen if you're eating raw food or whatever, right? And people start inviting you, even unloving inviting you, because they don't have to worry about what you eat, and instead you're gonna help them with the salad, right?
And they eat all your salad.
And it doesn't matter.
I know.
Let them love it and enjoy it. I used to bring 2 salads, actually, because I want to eat, right? So I used to bring 2 salads for different ones, so I can enjoy, and I would be the last one I remember to eat, to get off the table, because I ate very slowly and I ate too much, right? But everybody loved the salads and everybody enjoyed them. And it's just, you become the salad queen. Okay, do it. This way, they're happy, you're eating your way, they're happy, they love your food, because who doesn't want amazing, organic, fresh, raw, delicious food, that is not full of salt and oil. And so it's an art. The same thing with the fasting. But I have to say, this is the only challenging part, and there are tricks, and we're helping you with the tricks, because we have been through it. 5.5 years, all like 31 years, right? Tricks, trust me. These tricks of raw food, I learned from raw foodists watching YouTube videos. So I remember it was, I don't know her name, but she used to go to her grandmother's home, and she used to tell us on YouTube, that's what, 7 years ago, bring your food. Everybody loves that. You will eat your own food, blah, blah, blah. You just learn tricks. But another thing is, this is the challenging part. And it's not really that challenging. It's just an art that you have to learn. It's a skill. Fasting is so much easier than eating. So much easier than eating. Level 7 is easier than level 6. Level 6 is easier than level 5. 5 is easier than 4. You will find that the more you fast, the easier it is on you, physically, emotionally, spiritually, blah, blah, the whole thing. So you can even deal with your family even better fasting than eating. But again, it's an art and you have to learn.
Oh no, I get eye rolls. Oh no, mom is fasting again.
You have to give them time. You have to have patience and
I am a family bulimic who fasts and does enemas daily. Like I have a eating disorder. No, I don't have an eating disorder. I don't want to eat. I truly believe that
Why do
eating.
you eat?
so, sweetheart, you can do level 7
I
and
have no idea why I'm eating.
so Aranka, you
Yeah.
have to make that decision.
Mhm.
Okay, let's say, okay, maybe you don't like the levels, but let's say you like the levels, okay? And you have 1 to 7. Sit
Yeah.
down and dream. And tell yourself, how do I see myself? From level 1 to level 7. Don't give yourself too many options because that's more than enough right there, okay, to confuse you. So sit down and just imagine, how do I see myself thriving? Level 1 or level blah, 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 up to 7, and make it happen. And you have our full support. But I have to say, follow the complete protocol. Please do. We will support you completely. Follow the complete protocol as much as you can. Like the juice, how much dry, how much. I know everybody.
I upped the juice. Now it's 2 liters.
Yeah,
Nice.
the dry. Avoid overdoing the dry. Many people who did 108 days wanted to overdo the dries. I overdid my dry on the second master fast, second long master fast, and I fell on my face. It was hard. You get tired, you lose a lot of weight, and the whole thing. It's just too much of a transformation following the protocol. So we don't want to overdo it. And we say in the protocol, after doing 432 days of full master fast, go ahead, do what you want. You want to have 1 cup of juice, do it. You already know how it feels. So play with the protocol, but first complete this. Take this as the religious part, in the master.
Okay. Day one, and I'll let you know when 432 days
All
finish.
right, there you go. Yeah, so take
1,008 days. Come on.
take
Okay,
it.
there you go.
You know how we say spiritual gurus are tough? So that's the tough part on the master class. Follow the
Okay.
protocol.
Day 1.
Yeah. Of level 7?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I'm practically there with a few
Of course you can do it. It's nothing. It's easy. But you just have to have the trick on your hands,
It's Friday. Friday is the easiest day in the dry, right? I've been dry. But then Saturday rolls around. Oh, everybody's eating around me. So it's hard. Okay, fine.
Exactly.
You see, it's hard
Environments dictate outcome.
the first few weeks.
I take my grandson out to the playground, out of the scene. Okay, I don't exist. Let's go out to the playground. We spent 6 hours on the playgrounds now. And then I got back. Oh, mom is fasting again. Oh no.
Yeah, they're gonna play the game, but don't let it let it go.
Yeah,
They're
but
gonna
it
play.
affects
Let
it
them
affects
play.
you because it's
Yes, because I love them. I love them so much. And she bakes her own bread, my daughter. My gosh.
Ah. Listen,
She's
the
making
cravings are basically obstructions. After 2 to 3 months, they're gone.
Okay.
Okay, it depends.
was the
It
long-
depends. Okay, some people, if you're gonna sit down and watch videos of food, and you come and say, "I'm hungry," well, I'm gonna say, "Yeah, you shouldn't be thinking about food. Like, just enjoy your life instead of obsessing about it, right?"
What was your longest fast, Ranka?
Continuous fast?
Yeah,
Dry?
whatever. Total longest fast, liquids or whatever. Just
Well, liquids were 42 days.
42 is your longest.
Yes.
Was it good? Sorry.
How long ago was that?
Back in 2000.
Oh, long
what was
time.
it? Water?
No, it was the Master Cleanse.
Oh, okay.
So there was, influx of maple syrup and cayenne and
Yeah.
lemon. But there was a very interesting thing that kind of hung with me that I remember, that I was becoming smaller and smaller and smaller inside. I felt like I'm returning to an embryonic stage. It was just in the head, but it didn't happen. I just lost weight, that's all. And then I had a raw food restaurant back in 2000 when I ended up the fast. And a lady pulled up with a station wagon from BC with crates and crates of cherries. And she sold me 3 crates of cherries, picked fresh 2 days ago. And I feasted on one, and I was so sick I could not pee without pain for months after. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah.
The uric acid or some kind of acid in the cherries just ate right through my system, and I was
Cherry-
burned.
cherries give you
It's
diarrhea.
not the cherries, no, no,
No.
no.
Okay.
They
Well,
help with your bowels, cherries.
It's,
But
this is the understanding of fasting. People blame the fast. No, it's obstructions that cause the problems. Never the cherries.
well, I didn't say the fast hurt me. I said the cherries hurt me.
That's what I know. The cherries didn't hurt you.
Mm.
The fasting didn't stop when you ate the cherries. The breaking the fast takes time,
Mm.
process,
Okay.
right? And the body wasn't able to purge out the things that the fast started loosening up. And this is why we master fast. We deleted and avoided all the other forms of fasting because we have an understanding of how to purge the body efficiently and safely now.
Mhm. Back then, I was practicing saltwater flushes as
Yeah, that's not that those things don't flush. It's very corrosive, very irritating. Yeah, it's forcing the body through stimulation. It's not wise. But people think that's cleansing at a deep level. No, it's not. Fasting is what makes our body cleanse at a deep level, physically, mentally, emotionally. And that's why all parts of this system are there for very important reasons. Every single aspect of master fasting is there to support us on all levels, physical, mental, emotional. You know, the juice is the liquid Drano stripper for the physicality, but also we're tapping into the higher order of it, more importantly. And the pudding to help absorb and massage as it's going through what the fast is loosening up, and the herbs to keep the energetic emotional channels open and flowing, right? And then we have the squeezes of the dry fast. And then we're washing and squeezing, washing and squeezing, washing and squeezing over and over. It's all very simple and systematically, put together. But this didn't come to me in overnight. Many years of trial and error, killing myself. So people that want to experiment, that have no experience in fasting, and there's lots of them willing to do that. Go do it, but don't do it in our realm. We don't want to know who you are, because there's no reason to experiment anymore. We have a beautiful roadmap that has lots of prudence behind it, and it works. Everybody's shown how it works, how powerful it is. If you don't want to use prudence after breaking your fast, that's your problem, not mine.
Oh, I know I did a mistake in that one for sure.
Yeah.
But it was back in 2000, exactly 2000.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to explain. When I look back at my first fast, back then I had no clue what happened. I know now what happened. And thousands of people have verified what happens during a fast, because I went through these things, right? And very similar things. That's why when people are fasting, I'm able to answer pretty much any question. There's not anything that I haven't been able to answer, because it all relates to what my experiences in all these years of fasting. It's not that I'm a genius or anything. I've done so much of it. And I've paid a lot of attention in my fast, because that's one thing that not few people have the capability of paying attention to what's happening and relating it and tapping into the knowledge of the universes when you're in these states, because the information does come through. You just have to pay attention. Very, very important. where are we here? Leanna, how long was your dry ran and Gino? Well, I started off with a 3 dry, and I went into semi-dry up until now. Today I drank the most liquid, which is about an 8-ounce glass. And I'm gonna continue on this path. Living and loving it, on air, pretty much.
Yeah, this week I did 40 hours.
Christine, gritting with, grittling with love. Levy, I don't know, I don't mean to be rude, but you and Random don't look very well. Thank you very much. You guys look like you're melting, and Gino, you are slurring your words, brain shrinkage. Yeah, if that's what you believe. Levy,
So,
thanks for your opinion. As they say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Some have 2 or 3 or 4. Thank you very much.
yeah,
You get
I
all
mean,
kinds of.
this is the master fast realm. If you like it, you like it. You don't like it, you can go somewhere else where you feel happy with the people you learn from.
I congratulate both of you for being able to come in front of all of us and bear it all, right?
Yeah.
And take some of the insults. When I come to your Zoom calls and I ask these dumb questions, I sometimes play the devil's advocate, not necessarily that I firmly believe, but I do have questions because I watch a lot of, well, I don't even watch, I just listen while I'm playing outside or something. So I have a lot of influence from others. So I ask questions just to see your responses. And I do like your responses, 99% of them.
Yeah, we're not perfect.
Friday Night Lives.
Yeah.
Maybe, sometimes I feel it's hard when, it's hard to look at different people who are doing different things and try to find answers. I think it's important for us to focus. Like there are many different teachers, right? And it can be very confusing sometimes. So maybe like spiritual teachers too, right? And it can be confusing. Like a spiritual teacher would say, well, it's either you follow me or you follow that one, because otherwise you're gonna get confused because we don't all agree about everything.
Ileana Renka, I have a question. Do you love to cook? No, she doesn't.
Do you cook, Aranka?
I actually cook for a family of dentists. Both of them are dentists, and
Yeah, like work, right? But like at home, do
Right.
you also
I
cook
cook
at
for them
home?
for 2 days a week. Yeah, and vegan only. I refuse to do any non-vegan stuff.
What about at home? Do you cook for your husband?
Nope.
Okay.
Never.
So that's easier for you, right?
I remember way
Not
back
so-
in the raw days, at the beginning, I used to go to a lot of potlucks, raw potlucks.
Hmm.
And everybody would polish off my salads very quickly. Lots of wonderful.
In 1999, when I turned fully raw, my children came home from lunch from school because I lived across the school. And they didn't see any brown rice, no more cooked kale, no more arame because we were macrobiotics. All they saw was chopped up mangoes, beautiful watermelon chunks. There was a little salad, but there was no dressing. And they said, "Where's the food?"
Exactly.
I still remember they were like 4 and 7 and 9. They were just like, "What? Where's the food, Mom?" They were crying for almost a week, but then they went raw, fully raw.
For how long?
1 year. And then my first husband, who is the father of the 2 of them out of the 3, he says, "No more of this." And he made them eat milk and back to meat and all that stuff because that's the regular stuff. That's what we are grown up. I said, "All right, I don't fight anymore." So,
Yeah. So now they do it, like they eat anything and everything.
but my daughter, who was asthmatic, and she would be in the hospital a couple of times a year for severe attacks. In that year that she was raw,
Nothing.
their asthma was gone.
course.
Where did it go? Oh my God. Oh, she's not growing as fast as she should be. Let's give her milk because she's not growing as fast. Like, where is the but her asthma is gone. Then she started guzzling the milk. She started blossoming out, and somewhat the asthma came back. Not as full force, but she maybe had 1 or 2 attacks since then. And that was when 2000, 2001, so almost 20 years ago. And so she still doesn't have asthma. So, there's something to be done. She did some cleaning because she
Yeah.
suffered from age 4, right? All the way till 12.
Yeah.
So, and then it was gone. Boom.
Are they back to
I-
eating everything?
Oh, my sons are, yes. But my daughter, she's still vegan, but for ethical reasons. So she has a lot of oil. So I'm trying to, but it's no, because she thinks I'm bulimic and have a disorder. She will not listen to me now about the oils. And yet it would be so important. She can keep her vegan diet. I don't care. Eat all the pasta, eat all the rice. Just cut the oil. Cut the oil.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah, the oils, man. Oh man, how much oil I drank and stuff in the past. Oh boy.
I can smell it upstairs here when they fry almost every night. Whew.
Oh,
Fry, fry,
Right.
fry.
that's the absolute worst when you fry it. But hey,
Well, I got a big air cleaner, so
to each their own.
yeah.
It's it's been quite a journey, living this lifestyle. As you know, it's not for everybody. And I would challenge anybody to go for a daily workout with nothing for as long as you want. How many days you want to go? Let's go. People talk. This is the longest bout that I have not had a cold or flu or anything. Full out. I was hoping to get a cold to purge some stuff because when you get a cold, it just pours out. Body's just ready to purge, but that's because it's overloaded. But this is the longest time. It's well over 6 years, 7 years now. It's amazing. It's
You both look radiant to me. I don't know what the guy is saying. Maybe he's got the
oh, he's
clean.
long gone.
Yes.
I'm not gonna take any trolls. We've had no need for that energy around us.
Nope.
No, the skin glows, eye whites, beautiful. Just fantastic. Both of
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
I when I was eating the high fat,
Oh,
especially at the beginning, but before then I was really in a glowing state. I had thick, beautiful hair and everything. And then I started getting into the high fat diet, right? And it plumps you up more, right?
Mhm.
And my skin was still amazing from all the work I've done prior. So I used to get compliments all the time on my skin and stuff. And then as time went on, right, and I
So-
started ignoring things on myself, believing in the science, my hair starts falling out little by little and this and that. And then some health challenges start showing up. And it was...
You gained weight on the fat diet, right?
Yeah, I gained quite a
Like
bit
a
of
little
weight.
more
I was
gut
up to
too, right?
185 pounds.
Like more gut as well, right?
Yeah. So, but I was working out really, really heavy weights. I was really, really strong. I wanted to see, how much strength I can get on a plant-based diet. You can get really strong on a plant-based diet. It's very interesting. But yeah, as soon as the hair starts turning all gray and everything, you have a whole different look. And when you start losing it and everything, it's just I got to do a lot more work to gain it back if that's what I want to do. But I have no focus on it. Absolutely no
Live it and
focus.
love it.
If I wanted to put focus on it, yeah, we've seen people, do that.
Right? You're
Let me go back.
focusing
Let me go
now.
back. Before I went raw, I was losing my hair, and then I gained all my hair, full, beautiful, thick hair back. I was already losing it back then. That was what age was that? I don't remember now, before 1990s, so before that time, in the late 80s and stuff. I was already starting to lose a little bit, and I gained it all back, beautiful thick hair. So everything's possible. What we've seen happen in this realm with nerve regeneration, bone straightening out, spine straightening out, people growing, healing of all sorts of things. If you don't have that understanding that everything's possible with all the information that's been shared, we can't help you. You're just looking for excuses. That's all you're looking for, because it's all available for whoever does the work. Everybody's shown it that's been on this path. They've shown it all. Whether they continue living or loving it is not our business. It's not our business.
Everybody has to choose their path.
I wanted to ask you about your opinion, both of your opinion about, and Steve as well, if he wants to join in, is that all these people, I know a few people that have the habit of intermittent fasting 23 hours every day. So they have a 1 hour eating window, and they eat plant-based, low fat, or sometimes avocado. So that's not low fat.
Or even keto sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. Or actually junk food like French fries, whatever. It's not me, but and they are aging fast, and so the intermittent fasting is not helping them. So maybe it's the 2-3 days that really makes the difference, doesn't it? Or what do you think?
What the intermittent fasting and putting obstructed foods in the body, the fasting is beneficial, yes, but when you're doing the obstructed foods over and over and over, it's a lot of stress on the body. Going back and forth, there's a lot of stress. Avocados, yeah, it's high fat.
I actually see them gaining weight, like hip weight for ladies.
Yeah. So, what I think starts happening is the body will lock in the obstructions into a stronger lock, if that's such a thing.
Yeah, that's what I think, yes.
Yeah. So what I say is what we have in the realm of MFS is very unique and very powerful, and people underestimate the power of what we have here. They really underestimate it. Even the people that have gone through it, they underestimate the power. There's no plateau in master fasting. If you live in one of the levels, level 3 and up, you're going to be, if you're eating clean minimal, you're going to be de-obstructing and a constant purge, as long as you don't overeat, even the least obstructive foods. And you're going to see major things happening with that. But, people want stimulants. That's what people are attracted to. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We all are attracted to stimulants.
Yeah.
Because you get the instant thing of everything, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's alcohol, drugs, sex, or food.
Intermittent fasting, has been a big thing the past, I don't know, 5, maybe almost 4 or 5 years. More and more people are doing it, learning about it. They don't have to change their diet. They just, some people do regular diet and they just do intermittent. Fasting in general, the longer you give your body a break, the better. But with obstructive food, it's a little bit too much. So I feel like you want to watch what you're eating if you really want the benefit of the fast. But it's very hard for me. Doing colonics for people eating all kinds of stuff. It's you hear all kinds of diets too, right? And you hear what's the new thing, what most people are doing today. Many people are doing keto and intermittent, the sugar fear and all that stuff. I feel like it's almost challenging for me to relate. It's almost challenging because you really, what can you say? Well, let them do what they want. And I totally believe in de-obstructing the body. Master fast is a great roadmap for that. I totally believe this is the, sure, if I want to relate to my family, I would tell them to maybe get into intermittent fasting, but I would suggest that they eat cleaner as well. They eat lighter. And maybe if I really have to suggest something to anyone, I would suggest master fast one of the levels. Give your body a break for 1 day at least, maybe 2 days, 1 day dry, so you go a little bit deeper. And the rest of the week, eat cleaner if you want hybrid, master fast hybrid, or you can do just much cleaner eating, intermittent and much cleaner. So yeah.
Yeah, the what's the saying we used to say a lot? Eating and healing do not belong in the same sentence.
How does Dr. Morse heal then?
Dr. Morse doesn't heal anybody, as far as I understand.
He doesn't say I healed anyone. Right?
Hmm.
Dr. Morse,
How does he heal?
Oh,
Dr.
no.
Morse, yeah,
He
Dr.
has
Morse,
cases and cases of people writing in. He prints them out.
the body heals. The body heals
Arinka,
itself.
when people move from any whatever diet and they start moving into a fruit-based diet, you're gonna see improvements. Definitely moving to less obstructive foods for sure. But what have we seen miracles so fast on master fasting, especially people have done 108 days? Why do we see that? Because they're not eating.
Yep.
Seen more miracles in a shorter time than anybody I've ever seen in the natural healing world out there. I haven't seen anything of what we've experienced in the last 6 years in master fast. I haven't seen it anywhere.
That's because they're still in the physical realm, period.
Right, we're not focused on
Medical
physical.
medium, same thing. He helps many people. Thousands and thousands of people go through medical medium. He does a wonderful job, but only to that level. That's it. Can never go any further.
Go look at how people after 5-10 years. Go look at people after 5-10 years living that lifestyle.
Mhm.
How many jump back out? It's like anything else. And a lot of them say they were getting depleted, they're getting weaker. They hear this story over and they go back to meat or what. This happens a lot in the long term. We're talking long term. Why do we say 9 years is a good start? Because you're not going to see the true potential of anything until you've done at least 9 years. A few years is nothing, because I've done raw foods a long time, and so I have the understanding of that. And most people fell off, didn't fast. Most people never fasted, and they were trying to heal themselves with food. You're only going to go so far. Like if you're starting off from a whatever diet, you're going to eating clean, you're only going to go so far. We've had long-term fruitarians come to Master Fast realm, and they thought they were clean. They purged crap out like everybody else, and they healed things that they didn't know they had problems with. Why? Because eating and healing do not belong in the same sentence.
The food is, we all come. I have studied Dr. Morse 7 years ago. Maybe one of the first courses that he's done.
I've taken his first course to see what they were doing, but it was nothing in there that was anything new to me.
Yeah.
I was already at a much.
Isn't fruit fiber a beneficial fiber that also helps?
Fruit is the least obstructive. We look at obstructions. I don't look at nutrition and all that crap.
No, not nutrition, just the fiber. The fruit, the fiber moves it out.
It's more
It helps.
the obstruction. It's
It
the
helps.
least obstructive. It's more the obstruction than the assistance, I feel, right? It's
Fruit has more cleansing capabilities than vegetables. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Vegetables are way more harder to process than
digest.
fruit. So yeah,
It's the obstruction.
but they will only be able to cleanse to their level of obstructiveness because they're still obstructive. They're matter state things. Even the juice that we cooked juice is less obstructive than raw juice.
So
If you haven't noticed.
so
Why I'm saying this, the juice is still obstructive. How do we know that? Well, when you do the dries and you drink the juice, you understand, holy geez, even the juice has some obstructions. Yes, But because its properties of cleaning value are so high, we can use it effectively for what we're doing. Because not everybody can stop eating, go on dry fast
It's
and heal
impossible.
themselves.
You can
They're gonna
die.
drown in their own filth.
Yeah.
Right? This is what people don't have that understanding of what fasting is and how to do it prudently. So there's a lot of knowledge out there.
So
The,
yeah,
the funny thing is that at the beginning, Master Fast looked like a Dr. Morse page because everybody was coming from Dr. Morse and they were starting to get benefits like we're crazy. And then we started hearing that people are bringing the dry fasting to Dr. Morse, and then they started doing dry fasting, which they never had or advocated before. And I'm going, you know, and then they started, and then there was a video bashing me and Master Fasting from Dr. Morse, which I love and elevated more than anybody else in the healing work, probably, which was, it was hurtful to me. So we don't have any association with Dr. Morse. I'm sorry, but we are in a level of the fields. They are in the level of matter state. We love them. We appreciate what they're doing. For people who want to do that, go to Dr. Morse.
you know what?
We're in a whole different level.
Dr. Morse and Gino have amazing things to share. Fasting is a definitely spiritual experience. You will find it in every spiritual teaching, in every religion, and that is beyond eating, beyond the fruits. It just is. And Dr. Morse almost never taught fasting. Almost never. You know, I sat next to Dr. Morse. I shadowed him for 2 weeks in Florida when I did my second course, the 2 weeks before the course. And he is an amazing person, exactly like the videos. I love him. He's an amazing guy. And he did not teach me fasting. He did not teach me fasting. Actually, I broke my 100-day raw juice fast when I arrived to Florida.
Fruit and herbs.
And by the way, I had bleeding, talking about how wrong long fasts can go, right? Yeah, I started bleeding, you know, I was like, from my bowels. I have bleeding for a little bit because of the obstructions after breaking my fast. But anyways, Dr. Morse is an amazing teacher.
Awesome.
He taught us how to eat well, which is raw fruits and vegetables, which many people taught before him. And during, yeah, and he put also the herbal component, and he emphasized more than anyone else online about the importance of eating fruits and vegetables and that kind of science and stuff like that, right? Which everybody loves. And then he started teaching, so people got more and more, like everybody was like getting the certificate, right? Detoxification specialist. You know, all of us were texting detoxification specialists, and then I come and meet Gino, and I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I don't know much. You know, I learned a lot from Gino and from the Master Fast protocol and doing it. Then I learned more. I just kept learning and learning, like the learning curve.
I've openly shared, what did I learn from Dr. Morse, if you remember?
The herbs.
How to use herbs.
Yeah.
Better than anybody else. That's what I've learned from Dr. Morse. But we just took it to another level and focused on the fields of the herbs. And what advice have always said in Master Fast Realm for people? What do we suggested? We said, use the herbs in a fasting state for the biggest bang for your buck. If you want to use them for eating, go ahead, but you're only going to go so far. Use them in a fasting state.
Yeah, Dr. Morse
I've always said that right at the start.
100%. We give him complete credit for teaching.
I don't
us.
see using herbs when eating being something I would regularly suggest, unless there's somebody who just doesn't want to fast. Okay, like my mother, I have her on herbs and fruit and vegetables because she ain't gonna fast. But if you want to go somewhere truly, you want to dive deep, watch the magic of herbs really happening, talk to people who master fasted. And the magic of the herbs expresses themselves, how they assist us in a fasting state. They're amazing. They're amazing beings.
It's medicine.
They work with
True
our soul.
medicine.
They work with our soul directly when you're in a fasting state. When you're eating, you're working with the physicality of the herbs. Two different things.
It's like diluting that effect.
So, you know, there's so much different opinions there. We don't have all the answers, but
Yeah, we give complete credit to Dr. Moss. He was absolutely amazing. It's very challenging for us to put him down. You know,
he doesn't run the show
there's-
down there. He's not,
we love him. You know, we just love him, and you know what? He did express how great Masterfast is because many people went to him for the results. People were giving him the results of the Masterfast, like their mucoid plaque, and he was showing them in his videos. But many people, you know, I guess, failed to say that it's Masterfast.
nobody talks about Masterfast.
You know, they just
Yeah.
told him, look, grape juice. And he was so proud, and he was putting it all over. And then more and more people started talking and asking him questions in the courses. And then he was like, okay, what's going on here? And then eventually, I don't know, on and off, eventually he's nice. He doesn't care.
It's wonderful.
He doesn't, I don't know, he says, I don't understand the plasma, and that's about it. So he's
Yeah,
in
you
the
know,
physical you know, aspect of it.
I've watched Master Fasters give credit to Dr. Morse, which is wonderful. It's just humanity is where we're at.
Yeah.
This is where we're at. This is the realm of the fiction world. Glory, fame, whatever. They don't like me because the way I am, like the way I don't have the gift of the gab and my personality, whatever. Dr. Morse is very lovable, you know. So,
Dr. Morse, you know, was, you know, he had a big influence in the detox community. He was like the most, maybe, like the biggest teacher of detoxification. And then, you know, you know, Masterfast came after that, you know. So,
all is good. We are here for the few, as I've always said.
We truly appreciate both of you. Truly.
You know, we appreciate you guys being here. It really, you know, it's amazing when you see people showing up over and over and over again. We need the support just like you guys. In today's world, we need the support just like you guys.
Yeah.
And when we can sit down as a family and shoot the crap, shoot the breeze, let's put a cleaner word. Shoot the breeze and, you know, support each other, inspire each other.
yeah,
and
we
spend-
all need each other.
It's
you know?
awesome.
We all
It's
need
awesome.
each other.
You know, honestly, going outside now, watching everybody with these diapers on, it's not fun. It's just not fun. And you know, let's stay focused on the fields, and let's continue to elevate all these souls out there, because that's where the power is.
they are
It's all in the fields.
elevating.
You guys have all shown it. Master Fast has all shown the power in the fields. Forget about Matter State. We've done the Matter State. We know what it's all about. We are experts in the Matter State of eating. You know, I'm referring to eating. So why continue focus on that? We know it's futile. If you want to eat for fun, enjoy it fully, eat for fun, and eat as least as you possibly can. Focus on whatever level works for you. You know, if you've been Master Fast for a while and you want to do long MFS, long digestive,
Day 1 of 432.
go for it.
Do
But
it.
you know, if you've been here a while, you have the understanding of all the aspects of the emotional roller coaster ride and how we need to support that and nourish it. Because if you don't, you're going to fall flat on your face again. We need to nourish the emotion. How are we going to do that? For each one of us, it will be different.
It's meditation.
It will be different
sit
for each
down
one of us.
and really
But the basics is spiritual. It's spiritual.
It takes a long time to make a decision like that. You know, it's a big decision. So 432 days, for example, right? So, so
thank
sit
you.
down and really meditate on it. It's more than 6 months. You know, you're gonna be completely. You move to a different state. So, yeah, why not? It's easier than eating, that's for sure. it's just the emotional part, especially at the beginning. It's an art.
The emotions can take over big time. Paula, thank you, MFS. You're welcome. Elaine, you guys are the best. So thank you.
You guys
Elaine,
are.
you know, look at Elaine, who was pretty much bedridden. You know, she's complaining a little bit, she's thin, but because people are complaining she's thin, but she can do everything she couldn't do before. How freaking amazing is that? It's just if Elaine was the only person that benefited, it would be worth it. You know, I'm just saying, it's just one person. It's just so satisfying to see that, to see one person benefiting. Yeah, there's people that aren't benefiting because they're not living and loving it, and they haven't chosen to really make changes in their lifestyle, because that's the only way it's going to happen, is when we make that decision and do it day after day after day, making that decision. Every day we put our feet on the floor, I'm living and loving it. Even if I'm eating today, I'm living and loving it. So yeah, you know, so amazing. Thank you so much. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
you guys, we you know, honestly, we need you as much as, you know,
It's,
you need us. We all need each other.
the-
Thank you for being here.
The social media has not been kind. There's been a lot of beautiful souls, but it has not been kind. New information that is breakthrough information is always going to be attacked.
Initially,
Always.
initially.
Stop drinking water, stop eating. You
But
know,
you know, once people find out about how amazing it feels, it's gonna spread so fast.
we had Daryl, what was his last,
Darren,
yeah, what was his last name?
Burn.
Bronner, I can't remember. The breatharian who we were with for a short while, and then he passed. He was breatharian, claimed to be breatharian for many years. He was doing it through sun gazing, and he said he would eat some popcorn or some crackers, espresso here and there.
We love him. He was an amazing guy too.
Yeah, he was full of wonderful information, tapping into the fields. But he was, we did a class with him. He was doing it through frequencies and stuff. And I'm going, I don't know, man. I just wanted to see what it was all about, but I don't agree playing with frequencies myself. It was wonderful. Hopefully, I wish he was still around, because he was too short time we spent with him. I was actually supposed to go meet him, but then it didn't happen.
He was like direct. He got so
Dead
much
plants,
attention.
dead animals, all dead, all dead.
He got so much attention when he, right?
He was telling us straight, he's doing it for the money.
He was,
He wanted to franchise it and everything.
well, he was very like direct about food and fasting. That it was like the message was just boom, like, and we are in the master fast, we're like, we liked him. Remember, that's why we took his course. We were like, whoa, we love this guy. We want to learn more about how to, because you know how it is with long fast and eating and it was, up and down, and I wanted to find more balance, and there are tools. So we took his course, and he was awesome. He was very, very direct with his post on his page, and it was like,
he went through some kidney challenges, failure. He went to the hospital. He contacted me for help. I go, Daryl, I've not helped anybody that was a breatharian before, but this is what we do, you know what I mean? And then he passed shortly after.
God knows what happened. I mean, once you're in the hospital and take all these drugs, especially.
He went through some tough time. He went to some desert in the US and he got robbed, everything. It was not a good ending, but
like the emotional state was very.
He was a cool guy. Loved him.
Yeah, he was really fun.
Yeah. But I
love his message was like very direct, and I was like, like food kills, food, like stuff like that, right? Like there's no somewhere in between finding balance.
Yeah,
no,
he's right.
Like,
he's correct.
Food kills you,
I haven't seen fasting kill anybody. It's always the eating. You know, the way he described what he was doing and stuff, you know, I was looking at it and I was saying, man, that's pretty hard on the body to having these obstructive things only every once in a while. Because how's the body going to get rid of it? And kidney
Yeah,
failure.
yeah.
Was that the reason?
Well, there
I
were
don't know.
breatharians who
I'm
were
just
saying
putting it out there.
there were people who who live breatharian lifestyle and said that I can eat anything.
Yeah, they claim they can. Elatom isn't one of them. He told me straight.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the stuff you put in. Of course, you're going to get inflamed and this and that and everything. What they're saying out there ain't the truth. Right on, brother. Right on, brother. That's why we interviewed him, because he was telling the truth.
I mean, there are some people who are telling the truth in the field.
Not when they're saying, I can turn everything to light. I can eat anything. It doesn't bother me. Bull freaking crap. And
You're gonna feel it.
I'll
There's
challenge
no way.
anybody to that.
You're gonna feel it. There's
Because
no way.
It's matter. Matter's going to affect matter. Unless you're at a level of Christ, which who's at that level?
Right.
Exactly. So, you know, I'm just saying, not everybody's lining up with the truth. We're trying to keep ourselves in line as much as we possibly can. And we try, you know, we make mistakes, but we try and correct ourselves. I'm just saying, let's be honest here.
Yeah, but also, you know, who knows? I mean, maybe some people haven't cleansed enough to feel the obstructions, you know. So, I mean, it can be many, many things. Not necessarily people are.
Whatever.
You know,
I'm not here to judge.
but
I'm not here to judge. I'm
it's
just saying,
it's definitely for us if we break it
from my
once in a while.
experience, and it's not a little bit, from my experience, there's a lot of hogwash.
From your experience, it's hard to eat heavy after a long fast. You just don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel it.
Yeah. And the heavy obstructive things bring you down very strongly from the field level.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you agree, Steve? After
Oh, yeah, absolutely. First mouthful.
you always feel it.
Yep. First mouthful.
The cleaner
Sometimes
you
even
are,
just the juice.
Yeah, big
the
difference.
cleaner we are, the more your senses are, the more sensitive your senses are. All our senses. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. It's just the way it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, eating heavy food after a long fast, boy, it would knock me down. Like I would have to go straight to, and I would sweat it out too. Like while it's too much.
Fevers. Yeah. You know, it was interesting times, interesting experiences with everybody. It only gets better. It really does. If you continue the path, it only gets better. How do you convey that message? You can't. You got to live it and love it. So you have the understanding and put in the work, put in the footwork. Will they ever come out with med bed like we've seen and so on and so forth, that you walk in and you walk up rejuvenated? Maybe. Everything's possible. But
We have to be
in the
ready.
meantime,
We
do
have
the
to-
work.
Yeah, we have to be ready for that.
Do the work so you can be there for when that time comes.
Mhm.
If it's supposed to come, if it's supposed to happen. Working with fields is pretty amazing, you know. Pretty amazing. Play with the ganses. They're amazing. Play with the plants and the ganses. You'll see amazing things happen.
It's 11:09. Getting late here
We'll,
and everywhere. Thank you so much, everyone.
Let's do a prayer, I guess.
Quick prayer.
We can
Time flew by.
Yeah, when we enjoy ourselves, time just flies. Just like my
That's true. It's been a long day.
does it?
Yeah. 20,
Challenge.
21 hours I've been up so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Had a job I had to finish, so I had to get in.
Okay.
Tomorrow's always a sun will be shining and be a great day.
Yeah, it's cold here too.
Yeah, I enjoy when the cold comes. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's rainy and cold. Cold's all right, but this is just rush.
I embrace it. You, it's all here for a reason, right? The April showers bring May flowers, right? So let's embrace it. Let's close our eyes and let's give thanks to all the wonderful, beautiful souls on this planet who are focusing on peace, balance, correct conduct. And all the ones who are not, we elevate all these souls to that peace, balance, correct conduct so that their soul may push them forward to move in that direction, or they will not be living a comfortable life, because you won't be. If you're not living peace, balance, correct conduct, all things will be challenging and nothing will go right and everything will seem wrong. And, you have the negative energies, the influences that will be pounding on your door nonstop, because that's the way it happens. So we hope that people choose that path of the PLAF, sharing the PLAF, plasma love always flowing. And when we live in that light, we can feel that field strength. If we have excess of field strength, and we can share it and nourish others on the emotional, spiritual levels, so that they may find some balance and make better choices in our lives. There's lots of, stuff happening around the globe now. Flat Earth for the flat earthers. Doesn't matter. It's all about the fields, and fields flow in spirals. I haven't seen any straight lines in the universes. And we embrace all this knowledge from our divine creator. And hopefully we will be over this nonsense very soon, because it's all about taking power and full responsibility for your own health, and watch the whole planet change. Be the change you want to be. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a blast, and we'll see you next time.
Mhm.
Have a good night.
See you on the page.
Right.
See you Wednesday. See you
Bye.
Friday. Ciao, ciao. See you Facebook. Have a great night, Ellie. Ciao.
Bye.
And I forgot to record.
You did.